The first captured U.S. airmen to escape during the Vietnam War.
Remembering Dieter Dengler. He was a German-born United States Navy aviator during the Vietnam War, and following 6 months of imprisonment and torture, became the first captured U.S. airman to escape enemy captivity during the war. Out of the 7 prisoners of war who escaped together from the Pathet Lao prison camp in Laos, Dengler was one of 2 survivors, the other being a Thailand citizen. Dengler was rescued after 23 days on the run. Dengler was born and raised in the small town of Weilburg, Germany. He grew up not knowing his father, who had been drafted into the German army in 1939 and was killed during World War II on the Eastern Front during the winter of 1943 to 1944. Dengler became very close to his mothers and brothers. Dieter grew up in extreme poverty, but always found ways to help his family survive. He, after seeing an advertisement in an American magazine expressing a need for pilots, decided to go to the United States. He started salvaging scrap metals to sell, and completing his apprenticeship at 18, hitchhiked to Hamburg to set sail for New York City. Dieter Dengler lived on the streets of Manhattan for over a week and eventually contacted an Air Force recruiter who enlisted him at Lackland, AFB in San Antonio, Texas in June 1957. Despite being promised a piloting job, he was assigned the duty of a motor pool mechanic after completing the basic training, and later got an assignment to work as a gunsmith. During this time, he had passed a test for aviation cadets, but was not selected for pilot training as he was not a college graduate. He worked with his brother at a bakery shop near San Francisco for some time, and then enrolled into the San Francisco City College, but later transferred to the College of San Mateo to study aeronautics. Upon graduation, he successfully applied for the U.S. Navy Aviation Cadet Program, completed his flight training, and trained as an attack pilot in the Douglas AD Skyraider at the Naval Air Station Base in Corpus Christi, Texas. And that's really where the story just begins. Remember, if it's more interesting, you can find it here. Stay tuned for part 2. Thanks.